right? And make better choices.
Um,
So I had you brought over today. I was actually gone last week because I had to speak at a seminar, but you were brought over because I received word from the staff that your relatives were concerned about you at the jail. So has that issue been addressed?
I believe so, Judge. I know that in speaking. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Could be way better.
Oh, well, I mean, it always can get better.
So,
But the key is we have to figure out why we are in the position we're in. And then once we figure that out, we figure out is it just that I'm in the position that I'm in? And then we change our choices, right? And make better choices. So I had you brought over today. I was actually gone last week because I had to speak at a seminar, but you were brought over because I received word from the staff that your relatives were concerned about you at the jail. So has that issue been addressed?
I believe so, Judge. I know that in speaking with him today, he does feel more comfortable in the pod that he's currently in. He also notified me that within the jail, he's going to be taking anger management as well as basic employment skills.
Mhm.
So we're hoping that anger management class can help alleviate some of his issues that he may be having internally, as well as perhaps with other inmates there at the jail. I know that originally he was uh, maybe being ordered to DDRF, but I do know that in speaking with the probation office that it may be amenable for a recommendation to state ISF,
Mhm.
which would have a significantly less wait time for him to get over there. So he was happy to hear the news of a possible shorter waits to get into treatment, so he can have the resources to be successful. And I did encourage him to really hone in on those anger management classes as well as the basic employment skills while he's waiting transfer to state ISF. So something to keep his mind occupied, something to work on while he's waiting, and then for him to get that opportunity at state ISF and run with that opportunity, learn as much as he can, so he can hopefully one day be back in the community and be able to be compliant with the rules and conditions of probation.
Probation.
That is correct, Judge. So he was found medically ineligible to proceed with DDRF.
Okay.
And we just received word of that. So Mr. Crum just signed the paperwork we needed to complete his state ISF packet. Did notate that we did tell them that the current wait time is approximately 45 days
Okay.
for state ISF, and gave them the program link as well.
All right. So then we'll alternate him in to state ISF.
Well, Judge, you've already signed conditions.
Oh, I did?
to go to
Okay.
State ISF.
If he didn't meet the criteria for DDRF, so there's nothing for me to sign?
No, Judge.
Okay. And then when he's released from state ISF, we'll need him brought back to court because there are other things that are going on
Sure.
where he was, I think, with a girlfriend, they had a child, there were issues. And so there's currently a no contact order with Brooklyn Chrome and no contact with minors. And he's not allowed in Waco, Texas. So
He, Judge, and you also put him on GPS upon his release. from
yes,
Whatever facility he goes to.
yes.
Okay, I see, Your Honor. So it'll be more of a status check to see if the conditions need to be maybe amended at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be available for that hearing, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. So Ms. Abrams, just as soon as he's released from ISF, we'll have a hearing for him to be back here.
Yes, Judge.
Is there something else you need?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Do you have any further concerns with the jail as far as, since you're in a different pod now?
I know ever since I think the 8th of this month I was assaulted by a guard. I know that. And then they took away all my commissary. They threw me in a lockdown pod, and then told my mom and that I wasn't in a lockdown pod. And they told me my fingers were broken, and he punched me in my face. And
Well, on that, if there's an issue, you need to file a report. But what I can tell you is if you're placed on lockdown or in a pod, it's because they're saying that there's been some violation of a rule or condition. I don't know because I'm not at the jail. Your attorney can look into seeing if there was a violation or a rule condition. And I do know that usually, or the legal process as jail is supposed to be, if there is a violation of an infraction, you're going to request a hearing. And then they'll have a hearing. And sometimes when you have those hearings, they'll lessen the days that you have on lockdown. But they are allowed to take your commissary, not allow you to have visitation. But they cannot deny you food. They can't deny you at least an hour outside of your pod. But in that hour, you have certain choices you can
Stop it. Get some help.
make. Do you want to do a shower as a part of that hour? You don't get an hour outside your cell plus a shower. All of that is included. You understand? So you'll need to talk to your attorney, and your attorney can look at whatever documentation if there's an issue at the jail. Okay.
otherwise, thank you for my second chance, and
All right, you better use it and run with it.
do my best, Your Honor. I'm back on my meds, so
Yeah, but here's the thing. People go off their meds, and I keep telling them, don't go off your meds. If there is a side effect, you need to let somebody know.
no.
All righty. Well, your attorney can let your parents know that you're okay. All right. You're welcome. Thank you.